What is going on, everybody? Happy Friday. We have made it to the end of the week. It is the afternoon live show because that's what we're going to call it until I come up with a better name for it. But like as usual, I have my man Joe here with me. Joe, how are you doing?
Well, seen better days, man. I think literally I hit 100% of the leans that I gave out yesterday, and zero the actual plays that I played. I was 1 in 5, so I gave out money because I'm like, hey, it's free to follow me. If I lose, I give you money. So just make my matters worse. Is Yeah, we're gonna turn it around today though, because I feel extremely confident about these. So
Yeah, man, it was crazy. Actually, if you just go through like all of our games, yesterday we actually did really good.
yeah,
If we just would have played every single game,
exactly.
it would have been a great night.
I take that back. I did miss one lean. It was the Bulls plus 445, the underdog thing.
Dude,
Remember? But they lost in overtime.
that was
Like
so close, man.
they had a Vukic. He missed the put up like to end the game.
Yeah,
Then he missed the overtime shot to send him to overtime. So, but I mean, plus 445, it almost cashed. So
yeah, dude, that was very close.
yeah, yeah.
But you know what? We definitely don't do this every day, but it is Friday, and for me, it is after 5 o'clock now. So
5 o'clock somewhere.
still a little cheers, man. Cheers. Woo. Okay.
Get the people going.
Right. Let's get going now. All right, guys. Yeah. Everybody that's in here, if you have any certain games you want us to talk about, drop them in the chat. But yeah, man, as far as the NBA slate, let's just get on down to it, man.
Yeah.
Starting off, let's go with the Knicks. They are playing the Cavs. I already know that Hart is out because Alpha actually texted me that.
Okay.
As far as actually OG, is he? Do we know about him yet?
Let me pull it up. Give me 2 seconds.
Looks like he's still questionable, I think.
I mean, he's not a difference maker in my mind. Like I'm ready to lay the points. Just like I said with the Celtics yesterday, belt to ass. I feel this close. There was something that happened with that nobody talked about. Like I was watching Cleveland. I'm like, when the hell did they get DeAndre Hunter? Like that dude's a major piece coming off the bench. He's clearly a starter somewhere.
Definitely. With this game, you know, as far as Hart goes, I was kind of waiting to see that. Because for me, especially on the defensive end for the Knicks, he is their defense.
Yep.
So with me knowing that he's out, this is definitely going to be a Cavs play. Right now, honestly, I'm just trying to decide between if I want to lay the points or if I want to take their team total over.
So what is the team total right now?
I think it was 125, 124 and a half. Let me check.
That's a lot of points.
It's 125, man, but it's the Cavs.
It is the Cavs, but for whatever reason, I'm looking at when they play New York, they barely scored over 100. Like out of the last 5, those are old games. Those 23. No, I don't go back that far. But in 24, they lost 107 to 98 and 110 to 104. They won. 125 is a bit of a step up, but I mean, I'm not going to talk you off of it. I'm pretty cold right now. So, and if you look at the last 5 games, they've averaged about 125.
Yeah. It's just tonight. I mean,
Are they in Cleveland? Yeah, they in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And Garland has been, oh my God. it's like who's the better shooter, Garland or me? Like it's really up for debate now.
Right.
Like,
well, guys, I'm going to be on one of those plays. I'm not sure which, but as soon as the show's over, I'm actually going to look into one more thing, and then the clients, I am going to send out one of those plays there. So if you do want to play, you definitely know where to go to get that. But I will say I will 100% be on one of those two plays though.
so
all right, man, let's move on down the card.
Cavs are 5-0 against the spread, or 3-0 against, 3-2 against the spread, and the Knicks are 2-3 against the spread in the last 5. So I don't know if that helps or not.
Okay. Let's move to this Grizzlies at the Magic game. This is my favorite spot, man. You have the Grizzlies. They're on a back-to-back. They are the best back-to-back team in the league. And then you have them on the road, where we talk about it a lot, where they tend to score more on the road than they do at home. And then tonight they're playing this actually Magic team, which as far as defense, like they're
not doing it.
You said no.
They're not playing defense. Not at home, man.
But they are playing slow though. And so I understand why this like team total is down as low as it is. But I think it's way too low, man. Grizzlies last night came out and I don't know. The first quarter looked okay. Second quarter couldn't do anything. They were throwing up so many threes, man, and nothing was falling.
It drove me crazy because I had Jaren Jackson over 2 3-pointers yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yep.
But yeah, Josh, yeah, it didn't catch last night, too, man. But I'm going right back to it.
I don't see them not putting up 60 2 days in a row. I just don't.
Right.
They're the number one fastest pace in the NBA, most points in a game in the NBA. Like Grizzlies to the moon, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm on.
Yeah. That's where, as far as the Grizzlies side, I definitely lean there too. Especially off of that loss. But like I said, this is my perfect setup spot. Them on the back-to-back, them on the road, first half team total being this low. This is my smash spot. So.
The Pacers have won on the money line 11 out of the last 15. So it's not like they lost to some bums, right? The Pacers have a very good money line record, and I did not see it. I blindly bet the Grizzlies because they're just a better team. They're deeper. And I mean, I'm starting to pay less into the back-to-back because they had such a long All-Star break. And LeBron at age 40 just dropped. I mean, he just dropped 40 points yesterday off a back-to-back. These guys are way younger, much more healthier. I'm personally on the Memphis 3.5 because let's see, Mortez Wagner, he's out for the season, and Jalen Suggs is out for today. So you got an injury report. They just lost yesterday, and last time these two teams played, Memphis won by 13. But I really want to say they pulled the starters out the fourth, so it wasn't even close. So I'm really liking. I have a strong lean on the Grizzlies today.
Like it. Yeah, and speaking of actually last night, man, that actually Lakers play, that actually first half play, man, it was
easy.
That was just an easy one. I'll say when we talked about it on the show, and then the line dropped. Yeah, I should have bet that more.
I did. I should have too.
It was just so easy. It made so much sense. But
that's because Portland was injured. People were treating Portland as if they weren't injured because a lot of people have been catching up to the Portland train, and it's leave the money off of them today because way too many injuries, too many game time decisions. In my mind, game time decision means you're not 100%, but you're not crippled, so you're gonna go out there and try. You know what I mean? So you're just like a backup. You're a shell of yourself, in my opinion.
Man, next game in the rotation here is the Bucks at the Wizards, and I have nothing to say about that game, man. Do you have anything there?
So I know this is not a sexy play at all, but I just it's an easy pass for me, but just the narrative of my goodness, I can't think of this boy's name. He was traded for Kyle Kuzma. Oh my goodness, what is his name? He got the back spasms. Oh my goodness.
Oh! You mean like just traded?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah,
fucking
my mind is blank.
uh,
Chris Middleton.
Chris. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
I was over here like Chris. I was like Chris. I was like,
His point prop line has been disrespectfully low to me. But I can't back the Wizards because Sadiq Bey is out. He's pretty decent. But Malcolm Brogdon, he was solid when he played for the Celtics, and he's out. So other than that, and then you got Giannis and Dame on a minutes restriction, mixed with Bobby Porter's 25-game suspension. You don't know who's playing for the Bucks. So I would probably look for AJ Green off of the bench or uh, William Trent. I mean Gary Trent. I'm sorry. I would look at those two for props because it's a ton of value. Those guys don't have that many attempts when Lillard and Dame are in there because that's pretty much where their offense goes. But with them two on a minutes restriction, they're definitely going to see an increase in usage. So if I was going to force a prop, that's probably where I'd start looking for you guys that's out there. But yeah, this is an easy pass for me. You don't even know who playing in the damn game.
yeah, like I said, that one I literally have nothing to talk about. And for me, it's the same with the next game. The Heat are at the Raptors. Um, for me, once again, I don't have anything here. Um, as far as the total, to me, looks a little bit low. As far as maybe even a Heat actually team total over, I actually could see that one also. But for me, these are two teams, as most people know by now, I don't really bet on. I just don't really bet their games. I just don't feel like I have a good read on them. But Joe, do you have anything, man? Oh
My
yeah, yeah.
problem in this game is Bam Adebayo. He's one of the
Okay.
five. I'm all about consistency. So his point total is at 17 and a half. You can ladder that up to 19, 20 if you want to for super plus money. But over the last 5 games, he's averaged 21 and a half. When you look at teams against the Raptors, they're middle of the pack. They rank 20th as far as points allowed to the center position. But I like Bam because his point total is just way too low. When I look at the last 10 centers, 8 of them have all cashed their props. So they're not playing that hard defensively. Bam has cleared this, he's averaged 21 and a half. So that's an easy slam bam for me. So he's one of the Magic 5 today. That's what I'm going to call it.
Okay.
But
That.
on the side, in theory, the Miami Heat are just a much better team than the Toronto Raptors. But obviously, I'm not going to play it. So Joker Patel, he's out. He's the starting center for the Raptors. He is their best defender for far center positions, and he's out. Brandon Ingram, he's still out. PJ Tucker, he hasn't started yet, but yeah. Exactly. Joker Patel, he's the starting center. He's out. So you got Bam Adebayo versus a backup. And it's not really the starting backup because you still have Kel'el Ware, who is a very solid center, but he's playing next to Bam. So Miami has a twin tower thing that they're working with right now, and I really like it. But Kalel, he's just not consistent enough for me. But he's still a big man. So when the game gets tight, they run into a big man lineup where him and Bam just crash boards. They limit your second chance opportunities. And 2.5 is that's basically a pick 'em in my mind because that's free throws at the end of the game. So and Miami, they do have Andrew Wiggins as well from Golden State. And I'm a big Wiggins fan. Wiggins is more of a system player. He's a come in, keep your mouth shut, do whatever the hell you told. Perfect for the Miami Heat. So I really like Miami. That's a very strong lean, but I'm not playing it. I'm limiting myself to 5 today.
Like it. Guys, for everybody watching, if there's a certain game you want us to go over, drop it in the chat, and we definitely will cover it. But for now, let's go to a game that I think we're actually both liking, and that's the Pistons taking on the Spurs. And bringing up the Suns, that was our play of the day yesterday. That was lost. They were down from the start, and down the whole entire game.
They did cut it. They cut it to 2.
Yeah, true. Now, question to you really quick. Do you think that was the Spurs playing that well, or do you think it was the Suns playing that bad?
I think both things are true in this case. Meaning the Suns' help defense was complete and utter trash. Like Kevin, he was not helping. Those guys were getting so many layups right to the hole. It's like, damn, that's the most high percentage shot you can make is a layup or a dunk. And it's like, it was just a pick and pop all day. And Chris Paul is just a floor general. And if you're not going to match his energy, him and Kevin Durant got into it. But it's like, bro, the game's damn near over. He was talking so much shit to Kevin Durant. And that's when Durant said, okay, I am Kevin Durant. And then they went on like a 17-4 run. And it's like, bro, why somebody got to talk shit to you for you to wake up? Like, it took CP3 running his damn mouth for Durant to wake up and be like, oh, I am Kevin Durant. And I'm like, bro, come on, man. Like, Phoenix just got out coached. That's really what happened. But tonight, dude, I'm laying the points and I'm not thinking twice. I would really take alt 7 because there's no way in Detroit, they hang their hat on being smack you in the mouth, defense first type guys. Cade Cunningham, all that pick and pop shit, that is not happening. They're tall. Detroit is literally big man first. So yeah. Yep. I'm laying at least 7. Like I'm laying a 4.5 and I'm looking at the 7 for plus odds.
That's what I was gonna say was take our breakdown of the Suns of why we like the Suns yesterday, but now put it to the Pistons, and the advantage for the Pistons is even greater. The Pistons, they have that size. As far as in the paint, Spurs are not going to be able to stop them. Like the advantage there is so big. And then to get back to the question I first asked you, yes, the Suns did not play great, and the Spurs I did think played up some.
That's because they just lost Wemby.
Exactly.
Like, that was that weird-ass motivational game. Like,
right. And now coming off of that, though, on this actually back-to-back, that's where I think they're not going to be quite as up.
Way too much bias in this line. Way too much. Way too much. Like, I really don't see – if they lost by single digits, I'd be shocked. Like, I'm really to that point.
So this is one where the Pistons, you don't really think of them as being a high-scoring team. But they have been, though. They've they've actually been putting up points.
Yep.
So I'm going to be playing their actually team total over here. I might lay the spread also. Because, like I said, everything we liked about the Suns last night, like I said, this matchup for the Pistons is just even greater.
Like, we all know how high the world is on the Cavs, right? I think they went into Cleveland and almost won. Like, they lost by a last second. It was a walk-off three-pointer. That's how they lost. And I'm like, y'all almost beat the Cavs in Cleveland? Like, yeah, they're clearly the better team today. And a lot of this line is looking at De'Aaron Fox, who went completely nuts yesterday, because it was like in the fourth quarter when the game was the Suns had made it real close. And then De'Aaron Fox was like, hey, I'm here. You guys can pass me the ball. And then he did what he had to do because he's too quick. And if you're not going to give support, he's going to blow by his defender and score. Today, that's not an issue because they got Durant. They got Duran, who's down low, and he's just waiting on you to bring that shit in there. Like, he is so send that stuff packing so fast.
He actually should have a big game tonight.
And he's not gonna get past Cunningham for one. And then for two, even if he does, Duran's back there waiting on him. So yeah, that layup stuff that happened, that's not gonna fly. Not gonna fly at all.
Yeah, guys. So yeah, tonight for us in this game, it's really gonna be Pistons everything.
Yeah.
If Spurs somehow come out and do something special, then hey, I mean, like that happens. But
it's not gonna happen. They beat Dallas.
They beat Dallas. Everything tonight points to that not happening, though.
They beat Dallas by 15. And Dallas is pretty solid. So,
Josh, yes.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
He took it back to the 90s.
That's it. Yeah, and actually, me being a big Duke fan, I'm actually obviously a Grant Hill fan. So,
that dude would have been so cold.
But Josh, all right, let's take a break from the NBA for just a quick second here. To talk about definitely the biggest game of the night on the college slate. That's Michigan is hosting Michigan State. So you can actually get 3.5 at some places now. The state side is definitely where I lean. As far as Michigan goes, we've been talking about it, and they just haven't been covering spreads, even like small spreads. They seem to always get a decent lead, and then just as the second half goes on, just that lead just dwindles down to nothing, and it's such a close game. So yeah, to me, they've been beating a lot of teams, but barely beating those teams though.
Yeah, they're 4-1 in the last 5 against the spread. Or 1-4. I'm sorry.
If I could, I'm so close on it, man. If I could get a 4, I am definitely on State. I don't think it's going to get there. Gosh, 3.5. I am so close. That's the side that I wanted to be on. Like I said, it's just the number for me is just not quite there. So
I like State, man. I'm not the best capper in college, but I like State a lot. So, especially in one of the things I look at is qualitative factors when you're doing analytical procedures, which is what statistics are. It's looking at data, making it make sense, right? Well, qualitative factors such as this is a rivalry game, Michigan and Michigan State, you can pretty much throw the record out the window. Pretty much. Those guys are going to ball. It doesn't matter if you're how many times have we seen it in the NFL, right? Somebody in your division, they got a 0-12 record, and then they beat somebody that's first place in the division. To me, that happens because rivalry games, you show up and you go a little bit harder. So I like State. You're going to give me points, I'm going to take them. I think they win outright, honestly. I'm going for the upset. So,
well, that's one that I'm going to be keeping my eye on. That may be one that I have to add. Like I said, I'm very close on it. Very close on it. Yeah, man. Let's hop back into the NBA slate. And let's see. We got the Pelicans are at the Mavs. This is a game that until about an hour ago I hadn't really looked into. This is once again teams I haven't really been playing on or playing against. I kind of, if you can tell, I kind of like to stick to my few teams. I really like to focus in on actually certain teams. But when I'm looking at this game, though, as far as the Mavs go, we've been talking about it for the past couple of weeks now about how they actually are an over team now, just the way they have to play. Now, as far as actually Kyrie goes, like we talked about, he can slow the game down. And
Kyrie's the floor general. Yeah.
Right. So that's, and when he decides to do that, that's when the games don't go over. So, you do have to factor that in. But in this particular game with the matchups, especially with Zion. Um, who is stopping him tonight night, man?
Dude, if PJ Washington isn't there, because I think Gafford's still out. Let me get the latest injury report. Let's see. Washington's game time decision. AD and Gafford are both still out. So Caleb Martin is out. Caleb Martin is an underrated defender for Miami. Miami, then Charlotte, now Dallas. But yeah. I mean, if you ask me, I know the last game they played, the Pelicans played them really well. But I'm laying the points with Dallas because it's just a battle against the spread record. Dallas is 5-0 in their last 5 games against the spread. Since that trade deadline, they've been a completely different team, and the books have not adjusted to it. They can beat you in a variety of ways. They can play against Golden State and outshoot threes. They can actually play, offense and run offensive plays. Jason Kidd was a very nice passer, and he saw everything in Kyrie. He's never going to admit this, but he knew that the end of the road was coming for Luka. That's why he went and got Kyrie. And they gave him so much shit for it. But look at where the Dallas Mavericks are now that Luka got traded. So I mean, I like Kidd, very underrated coach. Kyrie is a floor general. He's by far the best player on the court today. Klay Thompson still has a little bit left in the tank. He just showed you against the Warriors. The Pelicans refuse to guard the 3-point line. They just refuse to do it. And Dallas can light it up from 3. And they're at home. 3-point shots go in better when you're at home. And not to mention, the final cherry on top is the Pelicans are just ass against the spread. They're 1-4 in their last 5. So 5-0 versus 1-4. And Dallas is clearly the better team with a better roster at home. I'm laying it with Dallas if I had to. That's a very strong lean. It's not one of my Magic 5, but if I did have a 6 play, that'd probably be it.
Like it. Yeah, for this one, for me, it would be an over or pass. But then also, like I said, I'm not a huge prop guy. That's just not what I focus on. But for me, it seemed like Zion props, man, like Zion points.
That's what I'm on.
I mean, that just to me, and not even being a prop guy, that just from the matchup just sticks out to me so much.
So I did. He is in the Magic 5. I took Zion over 24.5 points. I know you're going to say that's probably a lot of points, but it's not. He scores a lot down low. He's a second chance kind of guy. The Dallas defense are 23rd in the NBA. That means only 7 teams or worse at points allowed to the power forwards. You're getting a little bit of the line discount because the last couple power forwards they played, none of those guys are score first option guys. I mean, Draymond Green hung up 13 on them. And we all know Draymond is not a score first guy. So you give me Draymond Green clearing his point prop. I think I don't see a world where Zion doesn't. The only way he does not clear this 24.5 is if Trey Murphy drops 40. So, I mean, he's very capable from 3, but yeah, no. I'm all over Zion today.
Like it, yeah. Man, let's move on to this game. And I have absolutely nothing on it, but this is your team. So I'm sure that you can at least speak on it. And that's the Timberwolves at the Rockets. This is a game I just don't have any interest in whatsoever. But like I said, this actually is your team. So do you have something?
Fred VanVleet is out. He is I hate saying this, but he's the heart of the Houston Rockets. I didn't realize. I thought he wasn't important until I saw what they look like without him, and I was like, "This is a completely different goddamn team." The ball doesn't move that well. They don't play defense at all. Dude, look here. Anthony Edwards is the only reason why I haven't played the Timberwolves yet, because he's a game time decision. I personally think that the Timberwolves went outright, but you're going to give me 4.5 or 3.5, I'm going to take it. Like that's just a Christmas gift, if you ask me. Yeah, Rudy Gobert, he's game time decision. Not really worried about him. He has stepped up since Julius Randle's been out. Julius Randle is out. He comes back in like 2 days. If Ant-Man gives it a go, I'm laying whatever the Timberwolves have to lay. Like if I have to 3.5 or lay 3.5, I don't. I'm telling you, it's really all on Ant-Man because he balls out against Houston. So
I like it. Man, this next game is actually like another one that I don't have much to talk about, but that's the Thunder at the Jazz. Thunder are laying 15.5 points. Total is 234.5. The Jazz are basically healthy now, right?
Yeah. There's value in the Jazz, but ain't no way I'm taking that. OKC is just too good. They can beat you 30 or 10. Like they really show teams mercy when they don't have to. So
that's where I was going with that. I mean, like I said, the Jazz are the healthy side now, and I feel like that's a lot of points. The Jazz are definitely an actual over team. There's what I like to target with like them. In Thunder games, though, I either like to find a way to play on them or either I pass.
Yeah, that's like the team total probably or something like that.
Something.
Alone. Like, cause I'm not laying 15 because they can cover that. They do have, I think they have 14 double-digit wins, if I'm not mistaken. But I mean, the Cavs have the most 20-point double-digit lead.
Yeah.
And the OKC has the most double-digit point leads. So they put up potential, but they're not a foot on the gas type team. Once they see that the game is over with, they'll pretty much pull everybody but SGA because the dude he's a pure vegan, if I'm not mistaken. But the dude just doesn't get tired. Like
really?
SGA is different. Yeah. His diet is insane. He does not get tired. But my favorite play in this game is Chet Holmgren, over 15.5 points. I know he hasn't put up that much lately. He's averaging 22.3 minutes per game, but he, for whatever reason, balls out against the Jazz. The last 2 times they played, he's had 22 and 35. So that's well over 15.5. The Jazz give up 24th most points in the NBA to the center position. So I'm just going to ride Chet. I'm going to ride it. He can shoot the 3. He can beat you down low in the paint. They're 29th in the league. So there's only one team worst in 3 points per shots given up to the center. And points in the paint, they're 22nd in the league. So Chet, however the hell he feels like scoring from the 3 or in the paint, he could do it today.
Yeah, that play makes a lot of sense to me. So.
And they also trying to get him in playoff shape, right? Because he was out for so while, so they're going to give him some touches just so that he can get his groove back. And what better team to do it on than the Jazz? You know they're not going to beat you outright. So you want to make sure that everybody finds their offensive rhythm, their offensive stroke. That, to me, is the narrative that I see.
Yeah. Well, man, let's go to the last game on the board here. Got the Warriors playing at the Sacramento Kings. I'll be kind of quick about this one. This may seem like a simple breakdown, but when I look at the Kings lineup, I see offense. I don't see defense. Which I think for the rest of the season with the lineup like this, I think it's going to be tough. And I'm going to keep looking for spots to go against them, especially with whoever they're playing with their team total over. and that's tonight is where I'm looking. I still haven't decided completely if I'm going to just lay it. What is it? 2 points? I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, just lay the 2 points or either play the team total over. But to me, the team total over just, I don't even know. Like it almost just seems too easy when you're looking at the actual matchup. Do you have any thoughts there?
The Warriors just got Jimmy Butler. They changed the way that their offense flows. There's no more triple team on Steph because Jimmy will go off in the paint. So he's making people play Steph one up, maybe two up, but there's no more triple team on Steph. So that to me is key. He can score in the paint. Jimmy is a guy. He's in my mind, he is the general. Like I know that Draymond is like the leader right now because Jimmy doesn't know the plays, but Jimmy and Draymond get along. They're shit talkers. They're hard work. I mean, I like it. I like the way the Warriors look, man. Head to head, the Kings kind of have owned the Warriors, but that was pre Jimmy Butler, and they had De'Aaron Fox. So these are not apples to apples. You can't really look at the historical record in this case. That's one. To me, the Warriors aren't just trying to outscore you, they're trying to outclass you. They can outscore you, right? But they can also play defense too, because Jimmy is a defender. So I don't know. I'd rather lay the points just because I don't know if I'm going to get the Warrior team that's going to come out and drop 150, or I'm going to get the Warrior team where Steve Kerr pulls out Steph as soon as he gets hot. Like, I hate that he does that. Yeah. It grinds my gears. But the Kings, they did get Zach LaVine, so him and DeRozan are still figuring it out. So in theory, LaVine's a better defender than De'Aaron Fox, but he's just not interested in defense. I would actually look at a Zach LaVine rebound and assist prop, if anything, because the offense has changed. So it's not just flowing through Malik Monk anymore. Everybody's doing the assist. I was riding the Malik Monk 8+ assists for plus 120 for a while.
Yeah, you were for a long while.
A long time. Plenty of coins off of that. But Sabonis, dude, you could pick a Sabonis prop and ladder it to the moon today, in my opinion. But with that said, it's a strong lean for me. I lean the Warriors. Like, I really don't see a world where they win by less than 4. So, because this is more of a revenge spot. Most of the Warriors are still there, whereas the Kings have switched up everything. So,
well, let me ask you this, because I think I know where I'm thinking now. But if you had to choose between the Warriors' full game team total over, which is set at 119, or their first half team total over, it is actually set at 58. Is there a one actually you like more?
Golden State, they just have very slow first quarters, man.
But
that second quarter is where they light up the board. But it's like they generally start games slow. Kuminga is like the heart off of the bench or whatever. I'd rather go full game versus first half just because they normally start slow. And with this being a very close spread, there's a chance that it goes to overtime. So why take that little tidbit away if you don't have to? I'd probably lean more so full game team total.
Same. The only reason I was bringing that up is because I'm you know me, I'm like a big time first half actually like team like total guy. So I know like a lot of people ask me about that. But like actually like there's why I was bringing that up. To me, like you said, the Warriors tend to start out a little bit slow. So for their games, that's why if I'm playing their team total over, I am definitely going with the full game. And I'm not sure which way I'm going here. I'm like I said, right after the show, I'm going to check in just a couple more things. But this is going to be a client play. One of actually those. I'm either going to lay it with them or either play their team total over.
And just the reason why I mentioned overtime is because 2 of the Kings' last 5 games went to OT. So I mean, if it, you don't want to get beat by the hook. I mean, if you're gonna give me the OT, I might as well take it. So because it's a low spread, and 2 of the last 5 went to OT, so it's like, damn, it could potentially go there. So why take that away?
Definitely. All right, before we figure out our play of the day, let's go over to Monzy here. Monzy in the chat. Marquette versus Villanova. Man, to me, as far as my numbers say, this is like Marquette. Like this, it says bet them. Like it's very clear. Like just like bet them here. But with the line where it is, it just kind of scares me off. And these are 2 teams that I honestly like don't have great reads on. Yeah, like I like never do. For like some reason, but they're 2 teams that are hard for me to actually like figure out. But if you want to just go pure model based, pure like number based approach, this is a Marquette play like by far.
Yeah. Like the scary thing is Marquette is 1-4 in the last 5 against the spread, and Villanova is 4-5. So it's like, damn. But if you look at the head-to-head, Marquette 5-0. So in my mind, I'm leaning way towards Marquette.
I think Marquette, I forgot how many it is in a row. Let me see if I can pull it up.
Yeah.
But actually, Marquette has beaten Villanova like 8 or 9 straight times.
Okay.
Like it's like up there. So yeah, but like I said, so with the line being as small as it is, that kind of it makes you feel a certain way. I don't know if it's what I like to call a fake sharp spot, or actually what, but like that's why I personally have just laid off of it.
I mean, the total's at 141. That's a pretty high total. So if they were gonna win, there's a very good chance they cover that 1.5. So
right. But man, I guess it's time for us to figure out our play of the day. I have something in actually mind. Do you have any certain play in mind, or?
I really like Detroit, but what were you thinking?
I was thinking just the old trusty Grizzlies first half team total over.
Yeah,
but
that is Magic 5. That's why I didn't want to say it. So,
but I do really like the Pistons. It's just I'm still trying to figure out how I'm playing them. So what are you thinking? Just like lay the points?
If we're certain about Grizzlies, so let's ride with the Grizzlies, man. Like they have not failed. They failed us once.
Yeah.
And
you know what?
Let's just run back to Grizzlies, man.
You know what? It
is a huge discount on today. Like that line is disrespectful though.
It is actually Friday. It is Friday.
Yeah, me too.
I was really expecting today to be a slower show. Fridays for us are normally a slower show. People getting off work, they have better things to do. They're getting ready for the weekend. But this is the biggest show that we've had yet. This is the most live viewers that we've had. So let's just go ahead and give out 2, man.
There we go.
Let's give out Grizzlies first half team total over. That's at 55.5. And then with the Pistons, let's just go ahead and lay it. It looks like you can get a -4 at -110 at Bet365. So we're gonna go with 2. Gonna put them in the chat here for everybody. Joe, is there anything else you want to say while I'm getting these in here?
Yes. On my page, lay off the juice. I am paying you literally free money. You don't have to make a bet. All you have to do, hit the like and retweet button, and you're entered into $20. If I don't go at least 3 and 5 today, I'm giving out somebody $20. I paid some lady yesterday $20. special lady. But hey, that's all you have to do. Hit the like and retweet button. That's it. And by default, if she's the only one that does it, then she'll get it again. But if somebody else likes it, then I'll give it to the other person just because. So
yes, everybody go there. Joe's actually Twitter. It is actually on the screen there at Lay Off the Juice. Go and give him a follow. As far as basketball goes, if y'all been watching the show, you know that he knows ball. Definitely give him a follow. He's actually dropping plays there every single day. Definitely give him a follow. Man, you know what? This weekend we got a lot going on. As far as actually tennis goes, we're gonna have some tennis throughout the weekend. Tennis has been overall like good for us. So yeah, keep that going. We have college tomorrow as far as college basketball slate, huge slate. We have an NBA slate. We have the NHL is actually back. We have, I believe, a 14 game slate. And actually, like, we have a group of guys that actually cover that also. We have actually college baseball going on. So yeah, as far as our like group of cappers, we have a big group. As far as actually UFC tomorrow, gosh, Oh,
Drago, yeah.
Yeah, man, UFC tomorrow. So anyway, if you're looking for action, our actually group has you covered. Yes, if you would like to get in with us, you should know where to find all of our links. But if you don't, hit us in our actually like DM. But yeah, and then actually also as far as the Discord goes, get in the free Discord. There's gonna be free plays dropping there all actually weekend long. Also,
good vibes.
But yeah, appreciate everybody being here. Josh, thanks, man. But yeah, say it one more time. Siri on my watch is trying to talk to us all.
Mine told me to stand up again.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as play of the day, we're going with 2 because we just really like them both. Going with the Grizzlies first half team total over 55.5, along with the Pistons -4. So yeah, guys, for us, that's gonna do it. Joe, take us out, man.
All right. You know what my boy DJ Khaled said? You either win with us or watch us win. Either way, let's fucking win, baby.
Let's fucking win. See ya.